Alright, what's going on, y'all? So it's your boy Nick, and we're gonna do a movie review today. Yesterday I saw the film Moonlight. This movie was brought to my attention from NPR News. They did a interview with the director, and they were saying how it's been getting a lot of reviews, that it might be an Oscar contention. So I went out to support the movie, and it's black directed, black casted, so I just wanted to support. So to start this review, let's just read the synopsis, because before I went in the movie, I didn't really read the synopsis. I just listened to the interview, and I was like, okay, let me just go support the movie, and I brought my mom along, and then we watched the movie, and we're like, oh, okay. And then we got out the movie, and we're like, oh, okay. We watched it. So let's read the synopsis real quick. A timeless story of human connection and self-discovery, Moonlight chronicles the life of a young black man from childhood to adulthood as he struggles to find his place in the world while growing up in a rough neighborhood of Miami. It goes on, so we'll read that anyways. At once a vital portrait of contemporary African American life, an intensity personal and poetic meditation on identity, family, friendship, and love. Moonlight is a groundbreaking piece of cinema that, what's this word? Reverberates with deep compassion and universal truth. Anchored by extraordinary performance from a tremendous ensemble cast, Jenkins Staggering, I guess that's his last name. Singular vision of profoundly moving in its portrayal of the moment, people, and unacknowledgeable force that shapes our lives and makes us who we are. So that was the synopsis on the actual Moonlight website. So here's my review. The movie is like a 3-chapter chronicle of a young African American boy/man's life. I said it, in a rough neighborhood. So you kind of see the insight of, depending on who you are, maybe a different world. I myself am an African American man, but I can relate. And like I was saying before my camera cut off, I can relate a little bit to this as far as kind of the interaction of, you know, being in school, it being a little bit different and getting picked on a little bit. It wasn't as serious as our main character's life, but I definitely got that aspect of, oh, you're gay, oh, you're white, oh, you're an Oreo. So that's the biggest thing I can relate to. The movie, it was a great progression of the Chiron's life. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that name right. So as we start off as him a kid, and we get really into like kind of who he was as a person, or like kind of where he fell into the chain right off the bat. You get a sense of, okay, he's an outsider right off the bat, and that continues throughout the whole film. I think I'll compare this movie to Boyhood. Actually, I saw the movie Boyhood, and that's another film of life and discovery and all that. But this one is, you know, a totally different world as far as coming up in and it was a rough neighborhood. You see the big presence of drugs in the community and how drugs can affect you and totally spin your whole world around and throw you into the dumps. And this neighborhood, we always think about, okay, they just need to go out, someone who's, you know, in this environment and struggling, they can change this all on them. But when you have no father figure, when you have no positive role models from your mother, and all you're seeing is, the illegal gun trade, making money the wrong way, not paying attention to your grades, bullying and all that stuff. It just kind of sucks you into it. It's really hard to get out. It's, as we see in the film, it just takes a big shock, to get you to change your mindset and to do better for yourself and to stick up for yourself. And one of the biggest things, big thing in this film, I knew they mentioned it in the interview, but I didn't realize how big of a thing it was. But like self-discovery and with your sexuality, our country, our world has a kind of stigma of how men should be masculine, women should be feminine, and what that looks like. The film really shows that, and how, if you're a little bit different, kids are going to just eat at it, and it's going to eat at you yourself, and, you have to, go through life and discover who you actually are, experiment, and figure out who you are, and, suppressing, that is not healthy. And you saw in the film how Chiron was kind of suppressed his urges and kind of his thoughts, and he was just kind of eating him up, and it was kind of hard for him. Another thing in this film, you see how easy a small mistake, a stupid decision can put you into the jail system, and what the jail system, coming out of it, where you end up. Do you go back to the old ways and doing things illegal, or do you change your path and go to maybe a lower position and going that route and just building your way back up? But I probably talked a little bit too long, but this film is just like life, and I really urge you to see the film. It's kind of eye-opening, whether you're black or not, whether you come from a rough neighborhood or not. It's a good insight to see a great depiction of a world that you may be familiar with, or a world that you may know nothing about and shun. But so this is not typically a movie that I like, the genre or style, that movie that I actually like or go to see. It's not like an action comedy or adventure like that, but it's actually a good film. So as far as the storytelling, I'm gonna rate it like a B plus, A. But but the film was very well done. I recommend you see it. B plus and A, that's a really good grade. I just got out of college. I would love to have those grades all the time. So Moonlight, if you haven't, if it's near you, check it out. Support the film. See it for yourself. Comment below if you've seen the film and your thoughts. And until next time, peace.